WNOV. We are coming to you from St. Croix County, Wisconsin, up in the northwest, across the river from Minneapolis, the scary Minneapolis. But we're here with our great friend, Will Martin, comedian.
There we go.
Is what I hear.
On some days.
Yep. But
so we'll get a chance to introduce you. Matt Rust, who is chairman of the St. Croix County. Wait, are we good now?
Turn them up.
Okay, we're ready now? Okay. So I'm here with Matt Rust, who is the chairman of.
You got the volume up?
Talk amongst yourselves.
Yeah.
Okay, Will, looks like we found you there. You ready?
Okay, we are really ready. Okay.
All right, well, let's roll.
All right. Well, I'm here now with Matt Rust, who is chairman of the St. Croix GOP, St. Croix County. Been gracious enough to open their office. We got a chance to sort of be with Lincoln and Frederick Douglass here. They even got one of Frederick Douglass's books here as part of the reading library and all. And so thank you, Matt, for opening the doors for us.
Well, thank you, Will, for stopping by and allowing us for this opportunity to host you.
You know, this is the first time that WNOV has come out of Hudson, Wisconsin. I'm pretty certain, even without touching base with Debo, that this is the first time we've done a show from St. Croix County, right? And so talk a little bit about where is St. Croix County? Where are we at?
So St. Croix County is probably the westernmost part of the state. We're on I-94. We're in Hudson, Wisconsin right now, which is kind of in the middle of St. Croix County on the western edge, right on the St. Croix River between Minnesota and Wisconsin. We are the firewall between Minneapolis and our state here. So we're talking about building a wall there. We're right across from Minneapolis on I-94 in the northwest, Wisconsin. So we're all the way across the state from Milwaukee.
And we're far enough north that we're actually even north of the Mississippi River.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how far north we are.
About 30 miles south of us is where it joins into the St. Croix, or the St. Croix River connects into it. Yeah.
Yeah. So this is a first for us. And thanks, Matt, so much for opening the doors. You know, I got to tell you, people around the state have been incredible. I've been traveling. This poor car of mine has done over 100,000 miles across the state. I melted down the catalytic converter in the car. I did not know that was a thing, but apparently it is, and it will cause you some problems. But the car is up and running, and so am I. So getting all over the state. And Matt was gracious enough last night to say, "Hey, I can open the office for you to do the show from here." So the GOP office is open for business here. So with us as well today, we've got Hilario Deleon, who is chair of the Milwaukee County GOP. And our special guest today is Jayson Cross, who is a comedian, has gone viral, and we'll talk a little bit about that as well. But I got a chance to meet Jayson at a great event, and he was one of the featured speakers there, entertained us for a little while. So welcome to everybody.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, man. All right. So let's talk a little bit about Jayson, your background. How do you just end up being a comedian and going to conservative events, man?
Wow, that's a huge leap. But my father was an income tax accountant, so he kind of bullied me into getting an accounting degree in college. And I said, you know what? I think I'm funnier. Because after doing a couple of taxes, a couple of Schedule A's, Schedule C's, I saw the humor in it and said, let me try my hand at comedy. So I started doing comedy probably 2001, 2002.
Okay.
So
All right. So
it's
you've
been
been
quite
doing
some
this a
time.
while.
Yes.
All right. Yeah, where'd you grow up?
I grew up in Chicago, and then after I graduated from college in 2021, I moved to New York City.
Yeah, because that was the safest place to be. What were you looking for in New York City?
Okay, so it's more to this story. I'm trying to give the abridged version. So I was at a mall in Chicago called Water Tower Shopping Center, and this guy approached me, and he was like, "Oh, this when I was much younger, mind you. Oh, you have such nice cheekbones, and da 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 da. You should do print." And I thought the guy was legit hitting on me, but he gave me a card. I called him, and then next week I'm in Wisconsin in West Allis doing a photo shoot for Kohl's.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and that's what led me to New York, and then I started stand-up comedy there.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So you studied accounting.
Yes.
How long did you use this?
Um, I used it more before I had the degree than after I did when I got it, because I used to work in my father's office. I probably started at the age of 9 doing simple taxes, 1040s, and he would have me sign off on it just in case he did some shady business. They knew I couldn't get arrested. No, I'm joking. I kid. No, but I would go there, I would file papers for him, simple taxes. He would let me do most of it and he would finish it. Then after I graduated, never used it. I did an internship for about
Yeah.
3 months while I was still in school. Then I left and went to the Big Apple, slept on a couple of couches, and put my heart and soul into making people laugh.
So what was that like? I mean, what was it like to make that decision that you're going to get into this business? Because I don't think many of us understand. This is pretty much a solo practice. It's gig economy, right? You're going out on your
Yeah.
own and figuring it out.
Well, the performing aspect of it is amazing because it's instant gratification. It's like if you shoot a movie or a commercial, you have to wait until it comes out. You don't hear the cheers, you don't get uh, the praise. On stage is instant, instant. You know if something is great and effective instantly. If you say something and it's funny, people go crazy. It's the best feeling in the world.
Wow. So wait, did you make more money in the print ads with Kohl's or as a new comedian in New York, New York?
Oh, I'm still waiting to make money from comedy 20 years later. The print ads. The print ads for sure.
You should have kept that business, man. Okay, so you get started in New York,
Yes.
okay? And how does that go? I mean, how do you get gigs? How are you actually getting in?
Well, first, most starting comedians, we start off at open mics where you go and maybe it's a poetry jam, maybe some people are singing songs. You get there, you hone the craft, and then the next step is usually book shows where someone goes to a bar and say, "Hey, you have a room in the back. You mind if we do a show? We'll bring in X amount of people. You keep the drinks, we keep the door." And then from there, you get a tape and the clubs start recognizing you and you start auditioning for clubs.
All right. And is it a circuit? I mean, are you having to like promote yourself? How does that work?
I promote myself. I really don't want to pay 10% to a manager or agent. That's where those accounting skills come in, bro.
Okay. All
I
right. All
want to
right.
keep it all between me and
I'm
Uncle
good to,
Sam.
I'm glad to hear that you got some mathematics in this process, the math of doing some business here.
Yeah, so it pays off. It's actually a useful skill to know a
Wow.
little bit about a spreadsheet.
Were you married when you went out to New York?
No, no, I was single at the time.
Okay, so you could actually do this on your own and it was not going to be an issue.
Yes, absolutely.
Because I got a feeling that she must have something to say about you being a comedian these days.
She encourages me. She used to, when we first started dating, she used to come to all my shows with me, and then we had a child, so she's doesn't come out as much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Well, so how does it progress from there? You get to New York.
Get to New York, doing a lot of print at the time and commercials, and doing comedy here and there. But it really takes a hold of you, and you fall in love with it. Really, like when you really like comedy, just grabs you. It really.
So where do you get the material from? I mean, where's this, you know, where's this
Most of my
from?
material nowadays comes from Democrats. They do so many things, I can't help but make fun of it. Yeah. You heard my act at the Lincoln Day
I
dinner
did hear
for
you.
Racine
I
County.
did. I did
Yeah.
hear it. You did
Some
hear
of
it,
this
man.
stuff is unbelievable. I mean, they write the jokes for me. I think I'm gonna send Kamala Harris a check. Some of her antics, she's got to make me famous.
So tell me, where's it come from inside? You know, this being interested in being on stage. I mean, there's no safety net, right? You get up there, it either goes well or or doesn't.
Yeah, a friend of mine, a friend of myself, we tried to psychoanalyze me one day because I like very individual sports. Like I like boxing, I like chess, which is not a sport but a game, and I like comedy, things where everything falls on me. I lose or win on my own efforts. So
Mhm.
I think I might be like a loner in that way.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
What's
Well,
that?
hopefully,
yeah,
go ahead.
rugged individualism is what they
Okay,
call
there
it.
we go.
A leader.
Jason, what's that like being a conservative comedian in the city of Chicago, or like out of the city of Chicago, and even in New York? Just what are those dynamics like? Because I mean, we see the politics that comes out of like Chicago, for example, a big
hmm
city, longtime Democrat city. What's that like for you? If you want to share that with us.
I think it cost me in some ways for sure because I mean comedy there's is probably I would say 95% liberal and I don't even believe most of them are liberal. I believe they've been programmed to think this is the right thing to say without any forethought. They just repeat it, we must do this, drop the emission standards, oh do this hot, and I think they're on autopilot, but it I won't say it's difficult because everyone for the most part is very friendly, but I know there's some chatter behind the scenes like I can't believe. And then if you want to play the ethnic thing, it's always like, as a black man, how can you be a conservative?
So answer the question. How can you be a conservative?
How can I be a conservative? So while I was in New York, I used to get my clothes dry clean because I used to just this certain two shirts because I would hate washing them. They would lose the color. It's me and my vanity, whatever. So I was going to the dry cleaners one day and I see this guy with the brick. Look very disheveled, hair unkept, look with a brick. And I was boxing at the time. I get very defensive, boxing pose. And he says, nah, nah, nah. I'm going to hit a white MF with this brick. And I didn't fit the description, so I relaxed. But I kept an eye on him and I followed him. And a guy comes from behind me, Caucasian, and he hit the guy with the brick. I said, lose my mind. I dropped my dry cleaning. I'm looking for something to go fight this guy off him. Meanwhile, he gets the brick up, he throws it at him, hits him, brick breaks in half. I say to myself, he's going to kill this guy if I don't do something. So I jumped in, chased him. He gets arrested. I held down a mounted cop. He gets arrested. They take him in. They call me in to testify. They say, "Oh yeah, remember that incident? Well, we want you to come in and testify." And I asked, "What was he being charged with?" They told me assault. I said, "Wait, he said he's going to hit a white MF with this brick. Let's be fair here, because if it was the other way around, we'll be looting Foot Lockers right now, you know." So I went to a grand jury. They upped it to a hate crime with attempted murder and he got a deal. He took 10 years. Then when COVID came, I don't know why he chose to appeal it. I had to go testify and he ended up getting 14 years. But I always say when he had the brick in his hand like this, I was a liberal. When he raised it, I was a moderate. When he hit him with the brick, I threw on a MAGA cap. I said we need tougher laws in this country.
Wow. So
Yeah.
so what's the reception like when you're out here on the road? What kind of reception do you get? Where are you going, first of all? It's a big country, and I know you've talked to me about some of the shows you go out to do.
Yes. Well, this weekend I'll be in Akron. It depends where I am in the country.
Yeah.
The reception, but I haven't. I have to be honest. I haven't really gotten a bad reception. Sometimes I'll get people coming to me after the show, be like, "Well, I'm a liberal, right? But it was funny, and a lot of it is true, but," and they always give you this but, some caveat that makes no sense. But what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do,
Look at
right?
this. Look at this.
Oh,
Look at
there it is. There it
prop,
is.
So I got to tell you, this is like so much more of a welcome over here because, I notice, Jason, you do not have a funny background for for the background, literally for the interview, right? No,
Right.
nor really does Hilario's got just a background, right? But
Yes.
look at all this. Matt has put a lot of thought into getting the whole ensemble
Very.
together. The
Yes.
Wisconsin flag, the federal flag here. He's got his own stuff going on. We got Frederick Douglass with us as well. Lincoln. It's he's put a lot of time and effort into thinking about the staging.
Yes,
this.
he staged it perfectly, I must say. But as you said, it's not a funny background how I got there, but a lot of humor comes from pain.
The same
And
book.
what shocked me most about that situation, there were 20 other people on the street behind the guy who did absolutely nothing.
That's a common occurrence that we see happening when there are situations where someone's being attacked, someone's being mugged, even on the subways in New York, when people are pushing people in front of
Hmm.
subway
Yeah.
trains. I mean, that is just unfortunate. The amount of bystanders that could easily step in and stop something like that. Instead, they just pull out their phone and they just record what's going on rather than intervening.
As the
Yes,
joke goes, put down the phone and help, right?
Mm.
absolutely. Absolutely. I think it'll be a better place if people did. There's actually a phenomenon called the bystander effect where people figure other people will help.
Somebody else is going to do it.
Yeah.
Wow. So okay. So you go through that experience. Where were you? What was this in New York or
Oh
Chicago?
yeah, this
or-
was in the middle of New York between Hell's Kitchen and Times Square. This was prime time New York. And I remember I was a little upset with the mounted cop because I said, "Hey, I'm running top speed." I'm like, "Hey, he hit this guy with a brick." And he's like, "Okay." And I'm like, "Bro, get off the horse so we can get this guy." But then he
Wow.
explained to me at court that if he got off the horse and it ran away, that's a much bigger problem than letting this guy go. So I
Mhm.
understood. Yeah. Hmm.
That's a lot of trade-off there. I
Yeah.
think if I were to hit with the brick, I think I'd want someone to go get the guy.
Right.
Yeah. But what if you got trampled by a horse while looking at buildings in Times Square?
Hey, I was
So
born in
I
Tennessee.
understand
I'd like to think that I could just jump on the horse and keep going.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I think I could do it. At least in my mind.
Well, thanks for doing that. Thanks
Oh,
for stepping up. Thanks for getting involved. I mean, that takes some a special spirit to be able to do that.
Thank you
Something
for saying
inside.
that.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Actually, you know what? When we really talk about so Matt, you actually work for yourself.
No, but I do work from home.
Okay, so you can
Yeah.
work from home. All right.
Yeah.
So, but Jayson, you work for yourself in terms of your comedy,
Yes.
and the fact that you're stepping out on faith that you can make this happen.
Absolutely. Yes.
So it's a little bit of
Well,
not a little bit. It's a lot of courage every day, right? For you, whether it's the brick getting thrown or it's getting out and getting the next gig.
Well, now with comedy, I feel it takes more courage for me not to do it. It's like a calling now. If I don't do it, yeah, I would probably lose my mind.
Wow.
Yeah.
So okay. So how do you get back to Chicago then? You're out in New York doing this thing. How do you
Once
end up
again-
coming back to the Midwest?
Once again, my savior complex. My mother I have an elderly mother. She had a stroke in 2018. And I just started noticing her slowing down. So we came back here. My wife and I came back here in 2020 because she needs a little help. She's still able to live on her own, but she needs a little help with certain things.
Okay. So you come back. So you got married out in New York?
Yes. Yes.
How do you even, I mean, you have to explain this to me. How does anybody take you seriously? You go out on, presumably you go on dates with her. How does she take you seriously enough to get married?
It's funny. It's besides the stage or like I'm pretty serious all day long. Serious and curious and inquisitive. Like I like learning new things constantly, but I'm not really in comic mode all day long. Well, actually I am in comic mode, but I'm in the process comedy mode where I get the information, process it, find a way to make it funny,
And so,
and then get on stage.
so how'd you get her then?
So funny thing, I was hosting an event we were both working at, and we just small talk in between. And she's like, "Well, what kind of women do you like?" And I said, funny, typical textbook stuff that you put on date. Funny, I probably said something goofy like taking long walks or something. And she said, "I'm all those things. Why don't you ask me out?" And then she walked away. And I got on Facebook and asked her out for like 2 weeks, and we finally went out 2 weeks later and have been inseparable since.
Oh, wow. So you didn't go get her immediately? You didn't just tell her then?
No, not at the time. I don't. It registered, but uh, I wasn't. I'm not really like an aggressive person in that way, like I am now. Now I'm carpe diem, seize the
Okay.
day. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, all right, you come back and now you've got a child.
Yes.
So you are staying in Chicagoland. That's home at this point.
Honestly, I'm up in Wisconsin so much. I think I may move there. I like it a lot better.
Yes, move to
I,
Wisconsin.
I
There we
like it a
go.
lot better.
Wisconsin.
I go hunting in Wisconsin. I go pheasant hunting in Wisconsin.
Wait,
I
back
perform.
this up.
Yeah.
Hold on now. You go
Mhm.
pheasant hunting in Wisconsin?
Pheasant hunting, yes, right outside of Beloit. So I didn't have a gun until I got my first firearm during the toilet paper debacle. When I saw those people fighting over toilet paper, I said, I need a gun right this minute. Because I said, what are people going to do when it's food? They're going to lose their mind. So
Yeah.
I invested in a firearm.
Okay. Okay. And it's
Yeah.
apparently more than one now because you're not going to be hunting with a handgun.
No, yeah, it's definitely more than one. This is how green I was. I after the toilet paper thing, I ran to Dick's Sporting Good, and I said, "Hey, can you give me a 380?" And the guy said, "Well, what you gonna use it for, boss?" I said, "For self defense." He said, "Okay, you plan on getting attacked by a squirrel? Because if you," he said, "if you get attacked by a crackhead, you're gonna need something with a little more power to it." So he introduced me to the 6 hour.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And then I went to
So
the Remington 870 for hunting, and yeah.
did you have a lot of experience in your family with gun ownership, or are you the
Nope,
first?
I am the first. I'm the Jackie Robinson of handguns in my family.
The
Okay, in your
Yeah.
family.
Well, because I grew up in Chicago. I'm black. I grew up in Chicago, so you automatically know no guns, liberal, vote for Richard Daley, this, that, and the other. Like the brainwashing is so deep, especially in Chicago. It takes a little bit. It takes a shocking situation like the one I went through to have a different perspective.
Oh, and so
It kind
okay,
of
so
takes one of those, how it just shocks you up.
wow. So all right, so you go in, talk about the training, right? Because you didn't just grab the gun.
No, just didn't
Surely.
grab the gun. No.
Okay,
So he
thank
had a
you. I was
guy.
a
He
little
said,
concerned there for a minute.
no, absolutely not. No, I learned gun safety, keep it pointed. So the first time I shot it
Yeah, we
was
just want to make
before
sure on the show that we say that gun safety is important.
oh,
Don't just
it's
get the gun.
it's very important. First time a friend of mine in Florida took me to the gun range. He taught me gun safety. This was 10 years prior. And then when I purchased the firearm, I took classes for I want to say it was 3 or maybe 4 weeks. It was like 4 sessions. Took classes, keep the gun pointed away, don't point it at anything you don't want to destroy. Um, yeah,
No no Barney Fife situations, right? You don't want to be
new.
pointing at your foot
No,
in the
Yeah.
don't want
process.
to point at your foot. Don't want to point it at anyone. But after I went hunting, I wish I would have done color guard in school because the way you carry the shotgun when you hunt and when you're not shooting is just like color guard. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh my gosh, I could have learned this decades ago.
So how did you get into hunting then? You get the gun for safety.
hmm
How does that morph into you're now going to get the gun for another gun for hunting?
The toilet paper debacle, I had it fixed in my mind. I said, if we're having these shortages, what happens if this is food? How would I eat? How would I feed my family? And it's a great skill to have.
Come on now,
It's a great
Jason.
skill to have. You never
This
know.
is a little bougie if you're talking about going out to hunt pheasant.
Well, here's the thing, right? I don't have, okay, I have to get a pickup truck. Where am I going to put a deer? I have an SUV. I have a
Yeah,
Toyota Corolla. There's
right.
nowhere I could put a deer. So that's the only reason I haven't deer hunted. Someone told me about I guess a attachment I could put on the back of the car and throw a deer on, but I'm still kind of city living.
Yeah. I
Yeah,
can't
I
imagine
can't.
where you're
So,
gonna park a
Yeah, I
truck.
can't dress it. Yeah, so
so here's the thing you didn't mention. He hunts pheasant with the handgun.
no, I
No.
do. I do it with a
I'm kidding.
Remington 870.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I was like,
no, I
there's
do
no
it
way
with a
in the
Remington.
world.
But that,
What the
no,
that blow away the entire bird.
No, wait, hold on, Pat. Hold on, Pat. You know I don't shoot like this. I shoot like that. I'm from Chicago. Let's not forget.
and you hit the pheasant too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
every time. No, I hit the 3 pheasant behind it, the one I'm aiming for.
There we go. There we go. So you'd blow away the entire bird would blow up, right? If you were trying to use that handgun.
Oh, you know what? I don't know because I've never seen a pheasant hit with a handgun, so I don't
Yeah.
know.
My advice is don't do it.
Yeah, yeah, I
Yeah.
definitely
Clint
won't.
Eastwood might be able to do it.
Yeah, well then there's no bird left, right? There's no bird. So
For the 40.
so what do you so you go out hunting?
Hmm.
Are you going by yourself? Like how do you make it to Beloit area?
Here's the beauty of comedy. I meet a lot of amazing people doing comedy. So I was doing this show in McHenry County, Illinois, and I met
Yeah.
this guy. And I got off stage. I did a couple of jokes. He's like, "Hey, buddy, you really conservative, huh?" I was like, "Yeah, all that stuff is true." He's like, "Oh man, that's pretty good." I was like, "Yeah, my next step though, I really want to go try hunting." He said he did one of these. You don't say. He was like, "Oh, you want to go hunt pheasant with me?" And at first, I thought it was going to be one of those Dick Cheney setups, but
Oh.
I said, "Of course." I thought it was a liberal trying to trick me. No, just joking. But and he took me pheasant hunting. He goes to a hunting club right outside of Beloit called Blonde Haven. Wonderful
Yeah.
hunting club. And they do this thing once a month, I believe. It's called a European hunt, where they let out 20 pheasants in groups, and you go from each blind. They have like 20 blinds set up. Really fun. I
Wow.
recommend everybody hunts.
Oh man, that's incredible. Do you find oftentimes that you're able to do things with your other as you travel around the country?
Oh, absolutely. Like Florida, get to go hunt, go to the gun range with my friends. Texas, forget about it. These guys fly around in helicopters and shoot wild
Okay, wait.
hogs.
Hold the
'Cause-
helicopter story because we have talked so much now. We have blown past our break.
oh my
So
gosh.
we're gonna come right back after this. Everybody stay where they're at.
We gotta pay some bills.
Don't you touch that dial.
Yeah, I just noticed the note. Like we were just
Oh, right. Yeah.
going enough.
Are we good?
Yeah, so they're just running the commercials.
Okay. So wait, I'm guessing you guys hunt have a lot of hunting up in St. Croix, or is it Croix County or St. Croix? I'm sorry.
St. Croix County.
Yeah.
Sorry, Croix County.
But,
I'm,
Yeah.
so wait,
You know, being a little up north, there's a lot of hunters and people doing that.
Okay.
And we're back.
And we're back. All righty. Well, all right. Welcome back, WNOV family. This is Will Martin, and you're listening to The Difference. And we've got all kinds of people on here. This is the first show we have actually done on the road. So we're sitting in Hudson, Wisconsin right now. It's in St. Croix County. Matt Rust is actually the chairman of the St. Croix County GOP. And so he was good enough to open the office. Apparently found Frederick Douglass and Lincoln to be hanging out with us as well. And so thank you so much, Matt, for letting us in here.
Well, thank you, Will. We've got this facility, this great facility here that our members help support and everything. And it's anytime we can open it up to a great Republican like you and
Hey, thank you very
a
much.
good friend
There
coming
we go.
through, we want to do that.
That is
So,
beautiful.
yeah, we're honored actually to have you here and to be able to do this. This is a wonderful
And
thing.
we've all got the buttons on,
Yeah.
but for Jayson, who's yet to move, we were just talking about you and the need to get you up here. So for those folks that have not been listening already, we've got on this show right now Matt Rust, who's the chair, as we talked about for here, and thanks again. We've also got Hilario Deleon, who is the chair for Milwaukee County GOP. And our featured guest today is Jayson Cross, who is a comedian, lives in Chicago, so that must give you all sorts of. We were just talking about how much you love Wisconsin.
Yes.
So talk a little bit more about Wisconsin. We'd love to hear it.
Where were we? I like the cheese. Don't drink anymore, so I did used to have the beer a lot when I was there, and I would go up to this spot in Milwaukee. I believe it's in the 3rd Ward, called Stacked,
Okay.
maybe.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I love.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, the burgers and the beer at that place were amazing. But I love Wisconsin. It's a very chill, and like the lakefront in Milwaukee is it's like Chicago's lakefront, but not as crowded, and I don't need to wear a bulletproof vest or a helmet. My kind of
that is
beach.
true.
Yeah,
That is true.
leave the vest
Hilario,
at home.
give our man here a reason to want to come move up to Wisconsin that he might not know already.
Well, it is the birthplace of the Republican Party, so being a conservative, that's a plus. It is in my opinion, one of the single greatest states in the union. There's much to offer. Not only, I think we have one of the best, lakefront views of Lake Michigan.
Mhm.
One of the greatest natural resources on the planet. That's wonderful. You can enjoy the big city environment without it being too hectic like the city of Chicago. And you're already up here pheasant hunting, so why go through all the hassle and of driving all the way up here when you can already be here?
Now,
Very true. What? No, go ahead. Sorry.
Plus
I was
we're
gonna say, Matt-
going to have a great lieutenant governor soon to be elected in November.
Yes.
Here, Will Martin.
Step by step, man. Step by step. So Matt, what have you lived here your entire life?
I have.
Okay, always in St. Croix.
I was born in Iowa, in Des Moines, Iowa.
Oh wow.
And I ran into somebody else who was born in Des Moines, Iowa, and moved. I lived there for, I don't know, a couple months after I was born.
Okay. All right.
So
And decided on your own that you
that's right. I told my parents, it's like, we got to
get out of here.
No, I love Iowa though, but
Okay.
no, I've been here my whole life. Yeah.
Okay. And what's another great reason for someone like Jayson to get up here?
I would say, the people in Wisconsin are wonderful. Along with, I used to, growing up in this area of the state, there's a lot of hills. It's a lot of farmland, a lot of trees, just a lot of variety of different landscapes and things. And as you're driving around, you always see a little bit different view, right?
Yeah.
And at one point I moved down to Kenosha after I got married, and it was just flat. And I'm like,
Mm.
how do people, it's a weird thought, but it's like, how do people live here? You know, it was just a weird thing.
We do
I mean,
wonder in general,
obviously-
Jason, about
no, but-
why you live down there.
But obviously, you know, that has nothing to do with what a city is or anything. But the scenery and everything, I think, is just a wonderful aspect. It's, you know, it's not mountains, so it's not killing your car or anything like that.
Do you have comedy shows up here?
Yeah, I mean,
Okay.
you know, bigger cities will have,
Okay. Well, I mean, in Hudson,
you know,
is there
but-
like a venue here in Hudson?
I believe so. Yeah, I mean, there's little places around.
well-
We could,
We're gonna
figure
bring
something
something
out.
there. We're gonna bring something there
Okay.
for sure.
So there you go. Look, I want that 10% commission on.
Oh yeah,
Helping you in touch here.
we're all gonna be in on this.
Okay. Well, so you know, you said you come up to hunt, and you've been up. Have you been up? How far have you been out into the state?
Oh well, gosh, I've driven the whole state one time to go to the UP to do a show in Harrison, Michigan. There's a casino up there, so I've been through the whole state. Love Green Bay.
Oh, wow.
Stopped there, had
Okay.
great times in Green Bay. Is Iron Mountain, is that Michigan or on the Wisconsin side? Iron Mountain.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I know there's an Iron Mountain, Michigan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Look, you know that's all stolen from us, right? You know that land is
Oh,
stolen.
really?
We let Michigan
Yeah.
think they
It's
have it.
ours. It's our hat.
Yeah, you know it's
Yeah.
attached to us, so it makes no sense that it's with another state.
Hey, are you a Packer fan?
No.
You should say yes.
I'm a boxing guy, though. I
Have
don't
you
jump
been
into
to a
football.
Packers game though?
No, I haven't been to a Packers game, but to be fair, I haven't been to a Bears game either. I'm a boxing guy.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
boxing.
All right.
I've been to Wilton,
See there,
Wisconsin.
that's an
as well.
opportunity.
Yeah, I'll go to a Packers game for sure. I used to love Reggie Ball when I was a kid. He used to
All
play
you
for the
really
Packers.
need is just go for the tailgating first and
Yeah.
foremost.
Actually, but Brewers. Hey,
Yeah.
Brewers. I go back to the Paul Molitor days.
Okay.
80s, 90s,
All
yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Beautiful. You are an honorary Wisconsinite. You should just get yourself up here.
Ooh.
Yeah, I mean that's where I kicked off my print career. Is where I love to perform there. I've been to Wilton, Wisconsin. I don't know if you're familiar with Wilton. There's Amish country over there as well. I've been over there several times.
Okay, now wait. You're gonna have to tell me Wilton, Wisconsin. I have to say I'm not familiar with Wilton, Wisconsin.
You're gonna have to pull up a map. I don't know. No, the hand. That's Michigan. Never mind. It's right there.
Okay, all right. Well,
Yeah.
we'll go look for it, right? So okay, so you have shows that are also coming up, and I know you're coming to Wisconsin for a show on March 28th.
Yes, March 28th, I will be at Kenosha Comedy Club. And I'm doing so we came up with this new concept. It's a comedy show and karaoke. We call it Kamioke. We're gonna do comedy and karaoke combined. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be very fun.
Jason, can you sing?
That's not where I thought you were going with that. but-
Yeah, I can't sing a lick. No,
So how is this going to work?
it's just fun. A lot of fun.
That's why it's so funny.
Yeah, that's why the singing is the funny part.
Wow. Okay. So so this is coming up on the 28th. What time?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock. Okay. And it's in Kenosha. What's the name of the club?
Kenosha Comedy Club.
Kenosha Comedy Club. Beautiful. All right. And everybody who's watching this show can get like a discount, right, to get in.
Whatever the prices say on the site. I only do the funny. I told you I don't do the money. I only do the funny.
Hey, I know the comedian now, so I mean, I should be able to just get in for free, right?
There you go. Slide right in.
You know what? Come up. Yeah, you'll be my guest. Come on up. I got you.
All right. We'll get a bus together.
Yeah, come on out. It'll be fun.
If it's in Kenosha, it's down. Just so anybody in Wisconsin,
It's
if
down.
it's in Kenosha, it's not come up. For you, it's
Oh,
come
it's
up.
come down. Okay, yeah, come
For us,
down.
it's come down.
Oh yeah, and
That's
Milwaukee,
right, that's
Come
right.
down.
Like everybody, everywhere.
Then after
everywhere
We'll
that,
get the
else.
Amish too. We'll get the Amish. We'll bring him from Amish
from
country.
Wilton.
on
Bring
the
her
bus.
from
Yeah.
Wilton. Then we'll go over to the Broad Stop, get some German potato salad
Yes.
and
This is
red
gonna
cabbage.
be like a parade.
Yep.
Yeah, like a parade. So Jason, you got a kid.
Yes.
Okay. Girl, boy, how old?
Girl, 5.
Oh my goodness. Okay, and
Yeah.
is she
Well,
funny too?
going on 5. You know what?
All
Yeah,
right.
she's actually funny. She's actually really funny. Physically, she's more of a physical comic than myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
she's
right.
physically funny.
What's your comedy style?
Um, hmm. Political for sure, we know that. And
Okay.
autobiographical. Like sometimes I feel like my life is meant for comedy. Like who ends up chasing a guy down the street for with a brick attack and who do I have a lot of things. I was a yeah, the print business when I was involved in that was very funny. I work in education during the day. I'm a reading and math interventionist at a Catholic
Okay.
school. I worked at CPS, Chicago Public Schools. That was quite the experience.
I'm figuring some metal detectors all over the place.
No, they probably should have, but it wouldn't have mattered. They threw shoes at the administration. Some of the students threw shoes at the principal and F you and threw the shoes
Wait, you
and
mean like they did to President Bush?
it was exactly like President Bush. The first one connected, the second one was a smooth like this. And I was like, oh, it went, yeah. And the kid didn't, yeah, yeah. And there's no disciplinary things, no suspension, no nothing, just
Wow.
That
business as
reminds
usual.
that reminds me when I
Okay.
was in school, I had a
Hmm.
desk thrown over my head, hit the kid in front of me during math class. This was at
Oh, wait, a
Bayview.
death?
A desk, one of them wooden desks, the with the four legs, picked it up. I think we were doing a test, and I could
Wow.
just feel the whew right over my head.
You
Uh,
guys are strong up there in Wisconsin getting a whole death. Just, ah.
yeah, hit
What
the
town
kid in
is
front of me, and then they started fist fighting. I was like, "Oh my god!"
Wait, so this kid wasn't incapacitated, was able to say, put him up, Buster, after getting
Yeah,
hit with a desk?
yeah, I got hit with the desk, and I got up, and they just started going at it.
Wow.
Security had to come on in and grab the two kids out of the classroom, and I think I looked at myself, and said, what the heck just happened?"
So was it security or was it the admin? You guys actually
Uh,
had security at the school?
It was security. Yeah, they had
Wow.
metal detectors and security in the school. I was only there for my last few months of my 8th grade year, so I was
Oh,
just looking
elementary
to get
school.
in
Okay.
and get out.
That's
Wow.
what happens
Well,
when you eat cheese.
cheese makes you strong. Yeah. What are they putting in the cheese? Or
Yeah.
wow. Wait, was this in Milwaukee
Yeah, this was in
area?
Milwaukee.
Wow. Okay.
Oh, you know, look, I just think it's safer than where you're at now. And you know what? But here's one
Yeah.
thing that we can't change. It's break time again. You know, we went so long in the first segment. I thought I just could get away with it. So apparently now it's a little harder for them to stop me when I'm not in the studio.
Just
But
because
I will.
just because you're on the road, Will, doesn't mean that the fugaziness gets to come back in.
Yes, and I know I'm gonna have to deal with Debo on the backside. So we're gonna leave for a break again right now, and we'll be back right after this.
Sounds good. Hey, can you guys send me your information?
we go. And we're back. All right. Well, I think that we're back on. So, hey, this is Will Martin. You're listening to The Difference on WNOV. And we got several people here with us. So Matt Rust, who is the chair of St. Croix County GOP, opened the office for us. And we're actually broadcasting this show today from Hudson, Wisconsin, which is several hundred miles away from Milwaukee in the studio. I think this is the farthest away we've ever had a show for the station ever. We got with us as well Hilario Deleon, who is chair of the Milwaukee County GOP, and special guest Jayson Cross, who is going to be doing karaoke, or what was this? What is this thing you're going to be doing?
It's comedy. It's karaoke. It's karaoke.
It's karaoke. Okay.
Karaoke.
And by the way,
karaoke.
Okay, so during the break, we discussed there needing to be like a duet for this karaoke thing, and I was very clear I'm singing nothing. So, Hilario, you have been appointed to do a duet with Jayson at the Kenosha Comedy Club on March 28th at 8 p.m.
Okay, the only thing that I could possibly do, as long as the lyrics are playing along with it, is Rocky Road to Dublin and maybe some Frank Sinatra songs.
Oh, we could do Frank Sinatra. What do you want to do? Summer Wind or
It was a very good year. Perfectly. I think Come Fly With Me is one of the easiest ones to sing out of his songs.
Okay.
He must actually have a voice.
Oh my
if he's like doing Frank Sinatra.
All right. You know what?
I feel like Will learn something new about me every single day. Like,
hey, I remember the day Frank Sinatra died. I was laying on the couch in my basement just to listen to I don't know, reminiscing, and they were playing I don't know if it was public radio or something, but they were playing Frank Sinatra songs, and I was just, kind of listening to them for the evening.
Well, you'll have to come down and hear karaoke.
Yeah,
and hear what the stylings of Jayson and Hilario.
We got to change that name, karaoke. That just sounds.
It's comedy and karaoke.
It sounds communist.
Communist. You got the communist here. The communist there. You're just saying.
Karaoke.
Yeah, karaoke. Okay, so now I know we're gonna fly through this last bit because this always happens. We get into the last segment and it's over before we really want it to be. So say again. So Jayson, you're gonna be at the Kenosha Comedy Club.
Yes, I'm going to be at Kenosha Comedy Club March 28th at 8 o'clock. We're going to have comedy and karaoke, where all the Reds go to sing. No.
All right. And
what day is that? So it's the 28th.
28th.
That's a Saturday.
That's a Saturday. Yeah, that's next Saturday, actually.
There we go. When you have to campaign, you know which Saturday, right. What the Saturdays are.
Yes.
You know all the Saturdays.
We're going to open up with a song from our next Lieutenant Governor. He's going to open up.
Yeah. I'm not sure who that would be.
Will's going to sing On Wisconsin while he's up there.
That would be it. And I'll have to do that from somewhere on the road. Okay, so you're going to be on. You are not the only comedian who's going to be on that show, though, right? So
no, two others.
I think you're getting two others. There's 3 for 1, right? You're going to actually get a 3 for if you show up for the show.
Yes. And my friend who's actually on it, one of the guys with me, Jose Montero, he's actually from Wisconsin.
All right.
Yes, born and raised.
You have a woman that's part of the trio as well, right?
Yes, Jackie Lynn. She's from Chicago.
Okay, so it's a 2 against 1 kind of situation.
No, we're all in this together. Comics stick together for the most part.
Okay.
Unless you're conservative like me, then they try to blackball you.
Whoa. So you want more people to show up and come out and have a good time. And I assume that this is also going to be Is this also going to be folks in the audience singing too, or
Absolutely. People in the audience could come up and sing a song. We're going to have a fish bowl. And if you pour your song, come right up, sing a song.
okay, all right. Hilario, just know that that's what's going to happen to you if you're coming up for this, right?
I'm gonna be on the road. I gotta be up in Manitowoc on the 28th doing a super chase with them, and there's a lot of other things going on.
Oh, see, all of a sudden now,
Right,
you
yeah.
see what happened here, Jason. The
Well, don't
second
worry.
you said about the
We're doing
duet.
it monthly. We're doing it monthly.
Monthly,
So,
okay.
Yes.
Oh,
We're doing
okay.
it
So
monthly.
now,
Yes.
where can people find more information out about you, Jason?
On my social media, it's Jayson Cross Comedy.
Okay.
JAYSONCROSS Comedy. That's on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. And on Twitter is J Cross Comedy. JCROSS.
Beautiful. All right. And life lesson that you can share with folks. What's the one thing you think folks that want to go out and do something daring that they've never done before, like in your case, going out and starting a comedy career?
My advice would be get involved. Get involved. If you see something where you can take a stand and help your fellow citizen, fellow man, get involved. Don't stand on the sideline and just watch bad things happen or watch the country deteriorate. Get involved.
No bricks and no apparently no desks.
No breast. Yeah. Wow. The death thing really blows my mind.
Wow. Hilario, what advice for folks today?
If you got a voice, use it. Get out there. Don't just be a bystander, and don't just watch people use bricks and hit people with them, and don't throw desks at people either. That's just wrong. And do what you can to make the world a better place, even if it is just in a small capacity in your own sphere. That is my advice for people today.
Beautiful. And Matt Rust, host of today's show. What advice would you give for folks?
Something that I've started to really, well, it's always been a part of my life, but after COVID, I really started to dig in and make the connection between the Christian faith and the founding of our nation, and how they're so integral and tied together that the freedoms and the liberties that we enjoy, the rights, they come directly from Scripture and from the Christian faith. And whether you're religious or not, just to understand that and realize that, and to make sure that doesn't get lost in the equation, because there's a lot of other ideologies in the world that run counter to that and undermine everything that we love about this nation. So that's been something that it's why I got involved in the Republican Party.
Yeah.
It's the party that actually supports that ideology.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe the Republican Party is basically a direct reflection of the founding of our nation and our values and principles. And I don't see that there's actually a difference.
Well, you know what? You took us right up to the time, and it's time for the next show. So, all right, peace out.
One quick thing, as a great conservative once said, if there is no struggle, there is no progress. The man behind you said
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Well, hey, I got to give Will this challenge coin quick from St. Croix County as a great conservative here.
Thank you.
We wish Will all the best.
All right. Thanks you so much. All right. Well, peace out. Debo, thanks so much for making this happen. And we'll talk to you from Milwaukee next week. All right.
See you, Hilario.
Peace out. See you, Matt.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks.
Leftist tears.